So I'm in Greenfield right now. I'm walking down, I just got into a sober house, like not even half a block up that way. I just left. It's like 7:20. I thought it was 6:40 for a double and $7.20 for a single, but they went up $80. And then as soon as the day after I move in, they said my cash benefits are ending, so I'm gonna have to look for a job like as soon as possible. The cash benefits were helping me pay at least half the rent, but if I'm not getting them, then there's nothing. So I still have a ton in food stamps. That's where I'm going right now. Because I haven't walked that much. I tried to walk yesterday. I walked about 9, almost 10 miles, and I got calluses on my right foot. So it's gonna take me a while to get around town, but it's not bad. There's a Big Y, Staples, Dollar Tree, but they're all about like a mile and a half away, so it takes me 45 minutes to get there. That's where the initial walk took a while. I was wearing polyester socks. They're very thin, so they were creating like a rubbing effect. And it wasn't overcast like today. It was extremely sunny, 86 degrees. And then when I got back to the house, I didn't change the socks. I was supposed to change the socks. And then I walked, basically took this road a mile and a half up that way into a park, and then I found a trail that leads to a river. And there was like, I didn't realize how steep the hill was, you know, and all this stuff, and my feet got wet. So it created more friction, and then created all these, not big ones, just little fucking calluses that I had to cut today and put some ointment on, and then put Band-Aids on it. So now I'm limping on the right foot, whereas the left knee is still healing, but it doesn't hurt as long as like I'm not twisting it, I'm not putting pressure on it. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm holding the phone straight, so meaning I'm going uphill, and that's uphill. So you leave the house, you go downhill a little bit. Once you get to this point, now you're going uphill again. So if I take a right, go down that way, it goes kind of steep, goes down, and then slightly up. You have to walk under the highway. And in this direction, you have to walk over the highway. But at least if I'm walking to the park, the only hill is right before the park. And then there's a downhill. So there's a lot of weird elevation around here. You can see like how it goes up here and down here, like within 500 feet. It just, they didn't bother leveling it out. So I just came around the corner. There's the Rite Aid, so it's, like I said, it only takes me 5 minutes to walk to Rite Aid, 5 minutes to walk to the gas station if I do want a coffee. I just cleaned out one of the coffee makers. Whoa, dead bird. So this is Main Street. There's not a lot of main stores. They're all like kind of private owned. Like the Food Mart up here, if you want to go to like Big Y, you're gonna have to travel. But this is considered Mohawk Trail Route 2, which is also Main Street. There's like 3 names for one road. But which is nice if I do need to, like I have to get back to Holyoke. It's a good 18 miles south of here because I had stuff shipped there. I didn't realize how fast I would have been accepted at the sober house. I was only at that TSS in Holyoke for like 2 days, but they drove me up here yesterday. But I have like 2 tank tops and a pair of walking shoes, and that was the other problem. If you can tell, these are flat basketball sneakers. So walking all that time with flat basketball sneakers, of course, was creating the friction. If I get these new ones, they have memory foam on them or something. They're a little bit easier to walk without, obviously, you know, because I walk all the time and I have to get the exercise for my knee. These are just not shoes to wear for walking. Maybe in town, but yeah. So I'm trying to get a ride, but the main point is there's a Amtrak. If I keep going straight down here, there's an Amtrak train. They're just weird times because it's not often that they actually run. It's only 3 times a day. And there's a bus that goes to Northampton, and then a bus that goes from Northampton to Holyoke. So I'd have to start like really early in the morning, probably Monday or Tuesday, and then go all the way back. And so these are the new glasses. I was supposed to get blue light blocking, but they're UV, not blue light. So obviously, if you notice, they're kind of transitional. They're not full. So I have no idea what I paid $200 for these. Transition are actually more. $40 for the blue light blocking, and I think it was $80 for transition, or even 100, sometimes 140 depending on the frame. But that's the house. It's called Vanderburg House in Greenfield. No, but I actually only got these glasses for inside, because if you notice, I don't have to move my head when I'm looking down. And then if they're closer to my face, so if I look up, they don't have much peripheral compared to the other glasses that I used to have. They were like a little wider but more narrow. Those are good for outside because I can clip on the polarized lenses. These are good around the house. That's it. Or maybe at night around town or something, but yeah. Because if I'm outside and I need to look at something more clearly, they're tinted. Versus the other ones, they're regular frames and regular lenses, and then I just clip on, clip off the polarized.